Welcome to another episode of the Bamateur Hour. I am Bama John. In this episode, we're going to provide our instant reaction to Bama's wild win over South Carolina and Columbia on the road. Essentially, I thought they stole that game. I thought they were outplayed for much of the game, but they got it done, baby. Roll Tide. I've got T-Pain Rick on here with me. Bama's on a 7-game winning streak. They're now 7-1, 8 games in, 5-0 in the SEC. They're on pace to go to Atlanta. They're on pace to go to the playoffs. Love it, love it, love it. Today is Saturday, October 25th, 2025, in the year of our Lord. And as I said, I'm joined by T-Pain Rick. We now have over 5,500 subscribers, on our way to 6,000 and 7,000, 8,000. We're going to get to 10,000 before the season's over. Love it, love it, love it. Subscribe, hit the notify button, like, follow, all of that wherever you access the podcast. All right, Rick, give me your thoughts, give me your instant reaction in this up and down roller coaster of a game.
Man, it was like you said, up and down. I felt like we were going to lose. Then I thought we were going to win. Then I thought anyway. But yeah, I think this bye week comes at a great time. I think our guys are kind of mentally, I think the coaching staff, all the way down to the players, all need a break. I think the 5 games in a row, 4 of them being ranked teams, and this one being on the road against a hungry team. I think we played our overall C minus game and still won. So I'm just thankful to get out of there with a win. It is becoming more and more like the NFL. You get a win and move on. And yeah, I'm just happy to be done.
I could not believe how that game ended. I could not believe the turn of events.
Crazy, crazy.
We're down, 22-14 in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes to go. And then Ty does what Ty does. Marches us down the field, puts it in the end zone. And it's like, where'd that drive been the whole game? I mean, it's like,
I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm like, did Ryan Grubb go on this trip or not? It's kind of like, what the heck? And then I mean, a lot of weird things. Like, I didn't see Riley at all tonight.
no.
Yeah, really weird. And then, like you said, that big drive there was huge, and that got us within. Got us tied, right?
Right, because we had to convert the 2-point conversion.
Right.
Not only do we have to go down the field and punch it in the end zone,
No.
and then we had to get the 2-point conversion. And then I'm like panicked that they've got enough time to go down there. We're not going to stop them. They're going to kick a field goal and walk off.
And that 2-point conversion, that's the one where they snapped it to Miller, isn't it? I mean,
no, they snapped it to Germ, and then Germ handed it to Ty, and then Ty threw it to, was it Cuevas?
Was it?
I think he threw it to Cuevas. Let me. I can double
Cuevas
check.
or Edwards. Cuevas or Edwards. I forgot who it was.
That was a crazy play. I can tell you exactly what happened here. Why is that not on the 2-point conversion? I've got it right here. Hang on. Why do they not show that? So we converted the 2-point conversion, and they're not showing here how we did that. Oh, it's Ty Simpson pass to Cuevas. So they snapped it to Germ. He handed it off to Ty. Ty rolled and hit Cuevas. That was a great play.
Though. Remember, wasn't there a play where they snapped it directly to Hill also, or am I getting that mixed up? Is that the same play? I thought they snapped it to Hill, and he gave it to Ty. That must be the same play you're talking about.
I thought they snapped it to Germ, but maybe they did snap it to him. They snapped it to one of them, and then he handed it off to Ty. Yeah. He rolls out and pops it to Cuevas.
That was a crazy play. And then the play before that we scored on that touchdown. Oh no, the last play of the game that we scored was Bernard ran that long
run.
Yeah. Yeah. And that guy should have pushed him out of bounds. He let him score. I don't know why.
I just thought all we're doing was trying to get a better field position, get it closer for Talty, and going to milk the clock, and all of a sudden they're not tackling him, and he gets in the end zone. I'm like,
I don't think that player knew, hey, we have some kicking struggles. He should have pushed him out of bounds and made us kick it.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy.
It was, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad we didn't have to depend on Talty to win the game.
Yeah.
I did not want it to come down to that.
Yeah, I think he was happy that Bernard scored.
And on the drive, so when South Carolina got the ball back, I'm like, they're going to go right down the field. They're going to kick a field goal. We're not going to stop them. And next thing I know, they're stripping the ball out. I couldn't believe it. There's a scrum going on.
I mean, Tim Keenan kind of held him up a second, and then who was it?
Lawson,
Lawson
yeah.
pulled it out. That's amazing. And then Keenan didn't know he was on top of the ball, and Lawson kind of pushed it up under him more. It's so funny, man. That was huge.
I could not believe the turn of events because when we're down at, I'm like, no way we're going to get a touchdown, score, get the 2-point conversion, and then keep them from scoring because they seem to be just moving the ball at will and able to at least get in field goal range.
Man, listen, remember that first drive they had, Carolina? We held them to 3 points. That was huge because they were down there close.
Oh
And
yeah,
then I think the next possession we had a turnover, pick six. That
we
was
got the
huge.
pick six immediately. Right, we
Right,
went
right.
3 and out.
Yeah, I think for the I think at halftime it was 14-6, and our offense had really not done much of anything. It's crazy.
We
Uh,
had one drive. Let me find this drive here. We had one drive and it was at the end of the second quarter. We went 9 plays, 81 yards, 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and we scored with about 4 minutes left. And that was the only Alabama Ty Simpson type drive we had at all in the first half because we got the pick six.
is that
And
where we go? Is that where we go? Fourth and goal. He hits Cuevas in the end zone. It
yes,
was fourth
yes,
and goal. That's
yes,
amazing.
yeah, and we went for it.
I mean, amazing.
And we're up 7-6, and I'm thinking just kick the field goal and go up ten
Right.
six, and they go for it, and great
We
play.
went for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went for it, and I thought, oh, great, 14-6. We'll get the ball back after halftime, and we'll score. But once again, that first drive after the half is not very good.
and speaking of drives, this is crazy. Let me find this stat, and it really floored me. Um, Bama had 5 3-and-outs in this game.
It's amazing.
I don't know that we've punted the ball more than 2 times in any game this season. 5 3-and-outs. That's
How
the
many
most
first
all
downs?
season.
How many first downs did we have in the first half, you think? Can you find that?
Uh,
Was it many?
I mean, yeah, on that one drive we had a bunch, but I know here's how many first downs we had total. We
17.
actually had 10 first downs. Because we went 2 for 3 on fourth down, but we were 8 of 16. But all those 3-and-outs, it was amazing. I thought they dominated. I thought until the fourth quarter, they dominated both lines of scrimmage. Ty
Yeah,
was
they did.
Ty was under pressure the whole game.
Yeah.
Their line, they were like shooting through the gaps and pushing our guys back. We couldn't run the ball. And I don't know whether South Carolina got tired in the fourth quarter because all of a sudden we could do stuff. And
Yeah, it was really weird. I feel like our defense should have been the team that was tired out there, but it seemed like they were tired at the end. And I'm like, y'all have not been on the field that much. Why are you tired?
right,
But you're right. You're right. It seemed like all of a sudden we could run the ball, and
we
I
had
don't know
more
why.
time. Ty was able to get passes off, make things happen. I think they also shortened the routes too. I thought in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter we weren't throwing as many intermediate and shot plays. And like Ryan Williams was open, and Ty just barely overthrew him.
Right.
We missed that opportunity, which of course they hit Nick Harbor. Of course
I
he
know.
goes blowing by Xavier Brown touchdown. I'm like, oh, there we go.
I know. That was crazy. That was in the third quarter. And yeah, they got them back to 14-12. They missed their 2-point conversion. That was nice.
Yeah,
And yeah, but it's puzzling, John. We keep allowing these big explosive plays, and we keep getting gashed, and we just don't gash people with a run at all, hardly ever. I don't know why we can't run the ball more effectively and consistently. It's really weird. I don't get it.
and it really looked like a repeat of 2024. Sellers was doing the dual threat thing that just burned us all in 2024, and somehow we pulled this one out and survived. And it was a wild turnaround. But think about this: South Carolina only punted 4 times. Now they had 2 turnovers, We got a pick six out of it. That was huge.
Right.
And then we stripped that ball at the end to go in and score the game sealing winning touchdown. But they only punted 4 times, and then 4 of their drives ended in field goals, and they made 3 of 4 on the field goals. So they were more productive. I thought their offense, even though the stats don't show it,
Right.
they just seemed to be more productive until we got in the fourth quarter. Maybe they were just tired, and we do sub a lot of guys. You know, our
Yeah.
second stringers play, and maybe that really got them at the end of the game, is they were just more gassed than we were because we seemed to be more effective. But I felt like they outplayed us till that last 10 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden it flipped.
I know. I mean, it's like I really felt like maybe because I'm an Alabama fan and I was disappointed, I felt like we were not the better team tonight, but we won by 7, so it's kind of confusing. But yeah, I
What
don't
does
know.
that remind you of? The last year's South Carolina game. I thought
Yeah,
South Carolina was better than us last year,
right.
and we eked that one out. And
Yeah,
I don't think this South Carolina team is better than us. We had to go there. We had to deal, and that
right,
home environment was huge.
right,
And as you said, I think we were gassed. 5 straight SEC games with no breaks. 3 of those were on the road too. Think about that. We got 3 road wins out of this 5. I thought we were going to lose one of these 3 road games. I really
yeah.
did. In our preseason predictions, I thought 10-2 was likely, but I thought we'd lose at Georgia, and I thought we'd beat FSU, but I thought we were going to lose at Georgia and South Carolina and somehow go 10-2. Hey, but we are 7-1 through this stretch, better than I thought.
I know when the season started, I was worried about this game, but I was thinking we would be maybe 7-0 going into this game, and I thought Carolina would be have a better record. But it still ended up being a difficult game, and they were 3-4. We were 6-1, so I did not expect this tonight at all. But but hey, when you go on the road in the SEC and you win, and you're not playing your best, that's good.
And they have NFL athletes. They have
Yeah,
good athletes. I don't think they have a deep roster, but they've got guys that are going to play on Sundays. And I still think Sellers, even though he's not having a great season, he's an NFL quarterback.
yeah,
I think he's better than Milroe. I think he's more likely to have an NFL, assuming he can read defenses at that level. I think he's better than Milroe. And I couldn't believe we couldn't tackle him. I mean, how many times did he get out of sacks and turn a 10-yard sack negative play into a first down, or get them into third and short? And it was like, golly, can we tackle this guy?
frustrating. Yeah, I saw him get out of the arms of Jefferson, Lawson. I mean, Mincy, I think one time. I mean, he just is hard to bring down. Big and then again, hey John, on the penalty thing, James Smith is not very, very disciplined. I'm like, man, 2 offsides tonight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
One of them was
yeah,
key too, because it put
it
him in,
was.
like, I think, gave him a first down.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, he's just got to be more disciplined, man. He didn't have any personal fouls tonight, which is great, but uh but yeah, I mean, just untimely. Um Offensive line, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what we're going to do there. Um we just got to keep giving our tackles help, Cuevas and Edwards and Jam. Just keep chipping those guys because when I was watching LSU game a while ago, at A&M, if we play A&M, they got a guy who's a beast off the edge, and we got our hands full, man. And apparently our coaches don't know who the best 5 are yet. And I know Vandermark was out tonight, but we don't know who the best 5 are because I've seen they keep rotating people in. And another thing, John, that just hit me, we missed Brooks tonight.
Oh, we did. I was going to say that as well, so I'm glad you brought that up. He
Yeah.
was really missed.
Yeah, he was.
I
He
don't think
was.
Rico Scott's as good as he is. Um, I think he's very sure-handed, and he puts that extra guy that's really fast, catches the ball well, has great yak ability. Once he catches the ball, he breaks tackles. He's really good. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
he
think
is.
that was a much bigger loss than I thought it would be. And then we had dropsies tonight. We had the
Yes.
dropsies.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan should have had that one pass. He tried to catch it. He doesn't, he just catches the ball to me kind of weird. He doesn't really catch with his hands out in front a lot. He always lets the ball come into his chest. And that one pass, yeah, it was kind of awkward, but hey, I think he could have made it less awkward if he tried to reach out and grab it. He tried to wait for it. I don't know. I mean, I like him a lot. I like you, Ryan, a whole lot, but we just got to get on the jugs catching the ball.
Yeah,
But
he didn't have that problem at Tennessee, in the Tennessee game. And was it being on the road? Is he a little banged up? But yeah, and Rico Scott dropped one he should have caught too.
I think Cuevas is the most sure-handed receiver we have. I mean, he doesn't drop much, I don't
Well,
think, ever.
Jerem too. I love
Yeah,
Jerem.
yeah, I do too.
I think Jerem is Mr. Dependable, and I love him. So, and he showed out. He had a great game and showed up at key times. But man, it was just like we're up, we're
You
down,
know,
we're up.
I know, John. I'll tell you when I thought it's probably over. It's when we're kind of in the game, and then on the punt, it hits Mbakwe. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, dude, how does that happen? I'm thinking
that's the
Cole.
play that beats you. That kind of play gets you
I
beat.
know, I
Last
know,
year, that got us beat, and so I don't know how we recovered.
I know. I'm thinking I wanted Cole to come up there and get aggressive and catch that fair catch it and get up there,
And he should
but
have been
or
screaming at Mbakwe to
I
get
know,
out of the way.
or just say get out, move, move,
Right,
move,
right.
and yeah. Now, Mbakwe did get pushed in the back. I feel like he got pushed down, so that could have been a flag. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like we need to shore up a few things on special teams as well.
But here's this. Hats off. We won. We're
Yeah,
resilient. We went 3-0 on the road in the SEC. We got one left on the road. I mean, I'm thrilled with that. I think there's a lot to pick apart, and we can really go through a ton of stuff in this game. But I'm thrilled they got the win. I'm thrilled because last year's team was not this resilient. They couldn't rebound from these mistakes. They couldn't put together the kind of drive. And Ty again shows why he's a Heisman candidate. He didn't have a great game, but we don't win this game without him. Just
no,
chick, chick,
he didn't have a great game, but he still had 250 yards. It's crazy.
and no
And
interceptions.
yeah, and two touchdowns.
Yeah,
And I know he went like 14 for 20. I don't know, 14 for 28 maybe. I can't remember, but no, he went
I've got
20
the
something.
stats. I can tell you real
He
quick.
went 24 for 40 something.
Yeah, 24 for 43, 253 yards, two TDs, no interceptions. Now, he did
Right.
have the two fumbles, right? No, one fumble.
One
He had
fumble.
one fumble on a sack. And again,
Right.
that was the line protection. That's not
It
his fault.
was.
He's got crushed.
He sure did. He got beat up tonight. One time he got
Yeah,
folded over. One guy hit him in the gut. Remember? It's like,
yeah,
oh gosh, guys, you got to stop these people from
right.
killing our guy. But yeah, he didn't have a great night, but he won on the road in the SEC. And that's great.
Hey, and he also, in spite of the sacks, he had 13 yards rushing. So multiple times he picked up key first downs using his legs.
Yeah.
And that was key. And his ability to keep plays alive and execute was still key. Even though second and third quarter, it's like, where'd you go? He had that one drive in the second quarter. He did nothing in the first quarter. He did nothing in the third quarter. And in the last 10 minutes, he took over.
Yeah.
And had those Heisman moments, I think, in this game. Even though his numbers aren't gaudy, they're not bad, and he threw no picks. So I mean, it still pads his stats in terms of he's going to be in New York unless he just season goes to pot here. And I think they've proven that they're really resilient. I think we're going to win at home. I'm confident we're going to beat Oklahoma. We're going to beat LSU. We're going to smoke Northern Illinois. That'll be a great time for Keelan Russell and Austin Mack to get a lot of playing time. And then who knows what? I mean, Auburn's just weird. It's always a
It is
weird game
weird.
to go down there. But
It's weird.
I'm super pumped. I mean, it was an emotional roller coaster, but I'm so pumped that they won. They
Yeah,
got
me
it
too.
done and pulled it out. When I was in the dumps, when we're down 22-14 and we had that drive starting, I'm like, how are we going to pull? And then as the clock kept ticking, I'm like, we're going to burn too much time and not have time to get the ball back and get a winning, or we're going to be in overtime. And I felt like if it went to overtime, we were going to lose. I did.
Boston. Boston. John, before this game, where did Carolina rank in rushing defense? I mean, in the SEC, you think? I mean, were they known for rushing defense? Because
Their defense they had good stats defensively. It was their
okay,
offense that had bad stats.
okay,
And so they were known for having a good defense, but they just kind of got worn out in the fourth quarter, and they had leads going in the fourth quarter, and just like they did against us, gave it up.
I just felt like we should be able to get more than 72 yards rushing. Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it was we don't. I mean, if we're able to, I think we're going to the playoffs. I really do. I think this team is going to get it done. We're going to the playoffs. But if we can win a national championship and have this what I want to call pathetic of a rushing game, that would be amazing. But again, it's our ability to use the short pass
Right.
in lieu of the run. And
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Hill made some plays. Jam made some plays. They did make some key plays, and so they can be a cog. And I thought we stayed balanced. I was happy, even though our offense was struggling a lot of the game. We had all those 3 and outs. We did keep the running game as a part of it. We didn't abandon it, and I thought that was
Right.
key.
Right. Our punting wasn't too bad tonight. I thought we punted okay.
He did actually. Our punt receiving team almost
Right.
cost us the game, but no, I think he averaged like 50 something yards per punt.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I was trying to see
So
if I had the punt. I looked at that. I was like, wow,
I
he
know.
punted the ball well. And we did pin him back, and we didn't have, remember the 30-yard punt Vanderbilt would get in the short field and they scored. We
Yeah.
didn't do that. I do have to harp on the LaNorris Sellers run when he got, when he did that kind of bootleg and then no one set the edge. I kept rewinding that play, and it's like, this guy is a true dual threat quarterback, and no one tried to contain him. And he just got
Right.
to the edge and just ran right in. I'm like, and granted, they're on the 10-yard line, but it's like,
Right.
what are we doing?
Right.
How do we
Yeah.
keep having those problems? And for the first 3 quarters of the game, I'm like, and we dogged Mike Shula in the preview episode. I'm like, he is running circles around Kane. He's making Kane look silly.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then we
Remember that
win.
play? Remember that play in the first half when it was like 4th and 13, they're going for it, and we send like the whole team. I'm like, just play prevent there, man. It's 4th and
Right.
12. It's 4th and 12, man. I don't know. I didn't understand that. I'm like, it's 4th and 12, and they're on like the 50-yard line. I mean, so it's like, I don't. What good does a sack do? We're already getting the ball back. Just don't let them throw it. I think he threw it to his brother for
Yeah.
like first
I
down or
didn't
something.
know his brother's on the team. He's pretty good.
And he is pretty good. He is pretty good.
And
That boy.
you take away the pick six and you take away the strip fumble that we got to go in and win it. And I mean, Shula was running circles around Kane.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Their offense. They had 333 yards. We had 325.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were 2 for 2 on 4th down. Now, they were only 6 for 17 on 3rd down. But, they had a 54-yard touchdown pass, too. So that was a
Yes.
one-play drive.
Yes, it
Didn't
was.
even need to get the 3rd down, just boom, in the end zone. They got all those field goals. So they were moving the ball on the field. They didn't punt as much as we did, but the 2 turnovers, fortunately, bailed us out.
Yeah. We had more penalties by 1, and time of possession just 5 minutes different. First
Yep.
half it was very lopsided first half time of possession, but I
Yeah,
guess we
really, the 4th quarter, we had the ball pretty much the last 10 minutes of the game, and that flipped dominant. If you think about that, because you take away, I think we had the ball 8 of the last 10 minutes, or maybe even 8.5 of the last 10 minutes of the game. So you remove those 8.5 minutes, and we only had 19 minutes of possession at that point. So that really bumped it up if you think about that, if you do that quick math.
yeah.
So yeah, they were dominating. They were dominating the ball, and they were dominating the lines of scrimmage, and um, it was not our best effort. And I hope part of it is they're just tired. It's 3 road games in 5 weeks, and they're feeling really good about themselves too. They're confident as a team,
Right.
but I like that they rallied and pulled it out and not their best, because that's what great teams do is they figure out. That's what Saban would do on the road. There would always be a game or two every year in those championship years where Saban would somehow win the game at the end, or you'd win by 2 or 3 or 6, and it was like, because you remember the struggle win. Funny Main, he would always talk about struggle win,
Struggle win.
struggle win. I mean, that was a struggle win. Hats off to Funny Main. We like you. Enjoy your videos. But that was a struggle win, but we got it done, and I went from like and no margin for error to like we did this. We did this. We pulled the rabbit out of the hat. We stole one.
Yeah, I don't want to give the coaches any kind of excuses because they make a lot of money, but I feel like they might be kind of tired too, ready for a week off, relatively a week off,
Right.
because it's just been a grueling first 8 games. It's been tough. So I think 1 week off and then kind of reset and go back into the 5 week season here, or the 4 week season.
4 week season, yeah, we're
4 week,
down to
yeah.
four.
Yeah.
And then if you go to the SEC championship, then that adds the 5 week and then the playoffs. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. 4 week season. And then I would say reset again after that. And then you probably go to Atlanta and you're playing for a bye at that point.
playing for a bye. And if you go to Atlanta and lose, then you get a home game in the
Yeah.
playoffs,
Which
which
would be
that
pretty,
will be wild.
that'd be crazy.
A home playoff game in Bryant Denny will be wild.
That would be late December, wouldn't it? I think it
I
would be.
think it'd be around the 19th of December, right before
Wow.
Christmas.
Never been to a game in December in Bryant Denny. That'd be fun. That'd be wild. That would be wild.
That will be wild. All right. There's a whole lot more we can talk about, but are there any other just instant reaction thoughts you want to throw out there right now, other than just what a wild ride and what a great? I'm going to call it a great win because we need to get these kind of wins and figure out a way to win when you're not bringing your best. We're not bringing your A game.
Right. No, I don't have much else to add. I just know I do like the fact that it showed the student section kind of queuing up to come on the field. And no, sir. No, sir. That was fun. Not so
You
fast.
remember Dikembe Mutombo?
Yes, yeah.
Oh
No,
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 get
no,
that
no,
out
no.
of here.
Not on me. Not on me.
And of course, who dunked on him and did that to him? Michael
Jordan.
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 But
That's
by the
funny.
way, two things. You saw Vanderbilt beat Missouri,
Yes.
and North Carolina went to overtime with Virginia and lost in overtime.
Oh man.
So Chapel Bill experiment is still not going well, but they've lost 2 weeks in a row on just heartbreaking end of game thing. Last week, guy caught the ball and was about to go in the end zone for the go ahead touchdown. They poked the ball out before he got in. And that was at California. And then they were in Chapel Hill playing a good Virginia team that only had one loss, and had a chance to beat them. And then they got in overtime and they went for two. They scored the touchdown, and I guess they were tired and they didn't think, so they went for two and they didn't make the 2 point conversion, lost by one.
Man. And how about Mississippi State, man? They had Texas. They had Texas
I
by like
thought
10
they
points.
won. I was texting somebody, and then Will K tells me, "Oh, they lost in overtime. The Mississippi State lost in overtime." I'm like,
I just
what?
could not believe it. But dang, crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
they've had some unfortunate things happen the last couple of weeks. They played Tennessee, could have had
yeah. They had
Tennessee.
Tennessee. They had them beaten again. Went to overtime and lost.
Yeah, if I recall, against Tennessee toward the end of the game, it's like they're trying to, get wind up throwing the ball, and they intercepted it. Tennessee intercepted it. I'm like, what are you throwing it for? Run the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they had Texas. They had them. Now Arch, I think got hurt. I think he got a concussion. Did you see
He
that?
did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see it, but I read that he got knocked out of the game, and then the backup came in through the winning touchdown in
He sure
overtime.
did. He sure did. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it's crazy. And that was probably not a touchdown in my opinion. I think he threw it. By the time the guy had possession, I felt like his left foot was off the ground, but they gave it to him. So
Oh,
they
I didn't see that.
on the field they called it incomplete, and I thought there's no way you can overturn that. There's no way but they did. They overturned it. And I couldn't believe it. I think in slow motion, oftentimes it looks like someone as soon as their hands touch the ball, they call it caught. But in real life, he hasn't really possessed it yet. It's barely in his hands. You got to let him catch it, secure it. And when it was live, it looked like he was 5 feet out of bounds when he actually
Right,
had it
right.
in place. But on the replay, you slow it down, the ball kind of gets in his hands. They call it possession. His foot's barely on the grass. I'm like, no, he doesn't have control of the ball yet. But whatever. I hate it for him.
It's a tough one. All right, parting shots, and then we'll wrap it up. You can call it a night, head to bed with your lovely wife, and we'll check in church. But parting thoughts.
No, I'm just so proud of you guys. Way to go, Bama. I mean, you went on the road, you took care of business, and you deserve a weekend off. I know you're going to practice this week. And let's go get the last four. Roll Tide.
Amen. Roll Tide. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Subscribe, follow, like, hit the notify button wherever you access the podcast. God bless and roll Tide.
Roll Tide.